Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. But for our radio audience here in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM, WYADonline.com, as well as tuning in through our friends at iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcasts. We're glad to have all of you with us as well. Well, I know I have benefited from Facebook and Facebook groups, and I know many of our audiences have as well. There are currently over 1.8 billion people using Facebook groups every month, and there are different areas that they're able to address, different communities they're able to bring together, and a lot of people are finding success in being able to do that, including our next guest. We're excited to welcome Matt Duffy to our program. Matt started the group BornZillennial. We're going to talk to him not only about what it's been like for him to have over 180,000 members in his group, but also the benefits for Facebook groups that all of us can be able to learn from and to use to grow. Matt, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Cyrus, thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here and share a little bit more about BornZillennial. It's been an awesome year growing this group, and, I love talking about it and celebrating the success of the community.
Yeah, and it definitely is a success. I mean, Matt, so I want to talk about for you, because it was really interesting for me prepping for your segment. I mean, what made you first decide to start the group on Facebook, BornZillennial, in the first place?
Yeah, so back last October, it was actually for one of my University of Florida grad courses. The course was Social Media Community Management, and the semester-long assignment was to create a Facebook group, create an online community, foster a sense of belonging, and provide value to members on whatever topic you decided on. And I landed on BornZillennial, which today is a Facebook group for individuals born sometime in the 90s and definitely shaped by the early 2000s, who are too young to be millennials and too old for Gen Z. And it's not to say that we're neither. It's really that we're on the cusp and we can relate to both. And it started with a lot of early 2000s nostalgia, and, that's sort of what brought us together. But it's a living, breathing community, and I'm always listening to members. So we've sort of adjusted and pivoted, a lot. We continue to grow, and today our mission is to unlock the past, embrace the present, and brighten the future.
Well, Matt, I'm sure you have been able to hear from a lot of people who want to pick your brain as to what they could do to be able to make their own Facebook groups better. But I want to ask you about the size of the group because, as I mentioned, more than 180,000 members at the time we're having this conversation. What has that been like for you to have created a group now that's grown into such a large community?
It is so rewarding, and, even looking back how it started for a class, it immediately became more than an assignment or a grade to me. Even in there, I was sharing my assignments weekly and even got to present my final report on Facebook Live, and a lot of members were saying, oh, this is great, congratulations, but, the group's not ending, right? And I was like, no way. This really became so much bigger than itself, and, we're still kicking a year later. But it's been great. I've met so many amazing people, and from around the world. It's connecting with people based on a shared interest and then growing together far beyond that initial interest point. But I could not do it alone. Growing my team has been crucial to running this group, and really they've become some of my best friends. I sourced teammates from the group, the most active, engaged members, passionate about the topic, and really shared my vision. I asked to help me out, and now we can brainstorm together, bounce ideas, lean on each other when life gets in the way. So I'd say leaning on my team is crucial to running this group, and a lot of the Facebook features and tools that have been announced and integrated into my groups help save me a lot of time and energy.
Yeah. And I'm so glad you said that, Matt, because that's one of the things I noticed in prepping for this and looking at BornZillennial is that you are taking advantage of what is available to us. A lot of times we hear about these features. We don't always take advantage of them if we're running groups or have pages. Talk to us about the features and how they have helped you and some of the features that our audience should be aware of.
Yeah, so many features I use and implement, and Facebook Community Summit just announced so many more that I am so excited to get into my groups, to just continue managing and sustaining BornZillennial and other communities as well. One that I'm particularly excited about is a new way to customize and personalize the group experience. So that can look like changing colors, providing different post formats and backgrounds, and even fonts. along with custom emoji reactions. I'm also really excited for a new way to greet new members and welcome them to the group. Right off the bat, providing that sense of belonging, establishing guidelines, and sharing your group culture is so important to making sure that group culture continues and thrives. And this new way of, welcoming them and making them feel welcome immediately is going to be great to just, continue growing BornZillennial. And another one that was announced at Facebook Community Summit is community fundraisers. So if the group wants to come together and support a cause or raise money for a group project or even just show their appreciation for the admins and moderators in there every single day, making sure that it's an active, engaged, healthy, and safe community is really important, and I'm excited.
Yeah. Man, I think part of the reason why, and I'm so glad we had a chance to talk to you, is because you have, I mean, it's one thing, and I tell our audience this all the time, it's one thing to be on Facebook or have a group, and another thing to actually make the most of that experience. You've been able to do that, and you've been rewarded not only with the growth, but also being able to be a part of the Facebook Power Admin program. Talk to us about that, what it's been like for you to see your hard work being recognized and also paying off for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's been incredible, mainly because I always go right back to the Zillennials and thank them, and they, uplift me and celebrate, we celebrate wins together. So it's been so incredible to, unlock new opportunities. We've been unlocking the past in the group for so long, so, to even be here with you right now today wouldn't have been possible without this community. And I can't wait to see where it continues to grow, being in there every day. I always say, I'm finally investing my time online, where for a while there it felt like you could almost waste it. And when I'm in there meeting these people, finding new opportunities, and really providing opportunities to them, at the heart of it, it is our Facebook group, but, we've met in real life. I've made new friendships. I've connected with people that also just create groups and, with power admins and digital locals as well, to Facebook programs to have a community of other community builders to learn from is so special.
Well, Matt, congratulations to you. So glad we had a chance to talk. Again, everyone, Matt Duffy has been our guest. He's the founder of BornZillennial through Facebook, being able to really see his work and growing his Facebook group, being recognized, including not only with the members, but also with the engagement he's been able to have, and the word that keeps coming up here is community, and I think that's so important. Matt, how can our audience find out more information about Facebook groups?
Yeah, if you're interested in starting and running a Facebook group, you can visit facebook.com/community to learn more.
All right. Matt, again, thank you so much for the time, and looking forward to speaking with you again.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Cyrus. It was a pleasure.
The pleasure's definitely all ours, man, and we thank you, our audience, for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying, as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Now let's go make today amazing. Take care.